I do art. The link in the description brings you to Redbubble. You can buy my art. Self-promotion aside, this video is going to be formatted a bit differently since the build is so long. All the other content is going to start at the very beginning, and then the build is just going to be the rest of the video. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me some feedback.
Impossible. I enjoy that look of confusion when an inferior being meets a higher power.
Welcome back, guys, to the next video in the rebooted How to Build series. Today we are doing Scourge from Rise of the Beasts. He was such a cool character in the movie, and I really wanted to represent him well in LEGO form. By far the hardest part was doing the head, which I feel like I did a pretty good job on for being limited to the LEGO medium. I also wanted to include all of his fun weapons that he had, like the giant claw hand, his gun, his really cool sword that I really wish he used more of in the final film. Here's all the pieces you're gonna need. It's a lot. He's the biggest one I've done so far. Obviously, all the weapon pieces are completely optional, but I really like to have them. But anyway, let's get started. Scourge is the biggest one that I've done so far in these new videos. Let's compare him with some other guys. Here he is with Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, and last night Megatron. Alright, with all that done, let's go to the legs. These are the pieces you're going to need. Since Scourge is so big, we're going to have to artificially extend the back of his foot using these axles that we're going to put in his ankles, like so. There goes the second one. Then we're going to take these Technic pieces, we're going to attach them so that way they go out towards his heel. Then we're going to take these black pegs, put them in there. Oops. And then we're going to take these single peg slots and slip them on. And there he has his extended heel, so he'll be harder to tip over. Now we're going to take this long leg here. We're going to have to do some armor, so we're going to take these. Put them there at the bottom. This is going to be his calf on his back. Next, we're going to take this Fire Lord jetpack piece, combine it with this armor attachment here. Both of the pegs aren't going to go in. Only one of them is on the bottom hole, but it's surprisingly a pretty firm connection, if I do say so myself. I'm surprised it worked. Nice and sturdy. Now we're going to clip it on. We're going to take this Bone Spider Bionicle attachment thing, and that's going to be his calf, and put it on the foot. Boom. Nice. Now we're going to take his thigh piece here. This one has a bit of detail, so we're going to take this peg, put it in the lower slot. Take this pin peg, put it through the top one. Take this brown 3x1 peg Technic piece, put on this number 5 armor. Get it in there like so. And then for a bit of detail, we're going to put this on like that. Now we're going to attach this to the leg. There we go. And don't forget to double up. Each leg is symmetrical. Now we're on to the arms. Here's the pieces that you're going to need. Let's get started. Alright, we're going to take this one pegged limb here, put this blue 3 long peg, and this 1x3 gray Technic piece, this Bionicle torso piece, it's going to be his forearm, give him a little bit of bulk, and then this weird armor piece in like so, and then we should be good to put on the hand. Then we're going to take this and we're going to attach it to one of the pegs on this longer limb here to get some bulk there as well. Next, we're going to take this number 3 piece and this number 2 piece and that T-peg, and we're going to create that layered armor look that I love to use. Like so. Now attach it to the other arm. And don't forget to double up because both his arms are the same for now. Onto his blade. We're going to be using an old Bionicle sword, so you can find any replacement for it if you want. But I just think this one fits the look of the one he had the best. It's fairly straightforward. All you have to do is use these axle extenders to get it long enough and put on that 90-degree axle bend. And I'll show you how to attach it later. The claw. Alright, you're going to need these pieces to do this. This took me a while to figure out, so hopefully I'm able to convey it well enough to you. We're going to start with these Bionicle hands here. I'm going to take this red axle, put it halfway through like that so ends are sticking out. Take this 1x2 axle plate, put it on like that. That's going to hold the whole thing together. And we're going to put that axle into the plate like that. And we're going to take this 1x3 Technic piece, put it on there. These two blue pegs. Moving on, we're going to take these ball attachments here and take these 180 axles like that. Put it on the peg. As you can see, it's starting to come together. You're probably getting the idea. Do the same thing again. Put it on the blue peg. And take this plate, oops, and put it on like so. And that's going to hold the whole thing together. And take these other ball joints to even it out. And one more there. Then all we have to do from here is put together the claws with the Bionicle hands and the claw pieces. I'm just going to do that real quick. Then you're going to want to attach each one of these to the 4 ball joints. Fairly straightforward. Now the claws all together, and you can position it however you want. And I'll show you how to attach it later. Next up, we got the Canon. These are the pieces you're going to need. First, we're going to take this blocked axle, and we're going to put it through there. And then we're going to put this on there. Make sure it doesn't push through, because that turns out to be a problem. Put this little axle divider on there. And then the ball joint. Ignore the sword in the corner. I had some off-camera difficulties. Take this double-socketed one and put the extender on it. And boom, all done. Pretty easy. To get the head to work, I had to do some mental gymnastics. Here are all the pieces. This is going to be pretty tough to convey. You're going to need this silver skull spider head from the Bionicle G2 reboot. I had quite a few laying around. So take these fingers here and this claw, put it in like that. And this long silver claw like that. Do the same thing on the other side. Make sure the spikes are sticking out like that for later. We're going to move on. We're going to take this Bionicle Reboot head. This part's going to be kind of weird. We're going to put this plate in here. We're going to put this axle through here and through the plate at the same time. But that plate's going to be the only one in there, and it's going to be about halfway through. I'm trying to do this without modifying pieces in any way, just to be more legitimate. I understand that I could do that. I just don't want to. Take those plates and put them on the side of the head like that. Make sure that's adjusted right. Alright, take this red piece, put it through here to the middle. Like that. It does wiggle a bit, but that'll smooth out. Take these bendy clickies, I don't know what to call them, put them on there. Put these up there. Like so. And you're going to want to bend them up one. I accidentally bent them up twice there. Put this claw click here. And take these small spikes for his cool horns. Like that. And same on the other side. Then we should be able to fit the mask on nice and easy. Surprisingly. Sure those spikes are working as their detail fill, and boom, not too bad. Alright, now time for the body. This is where most of the pieces are used. Here we go. This is going to be tough for me to do, so hopefully I can do it in a good way. Alright, we're going to start with this Star Wars figure shoulder attachment. We're going to put these in there for the axles for the shoulders. Like that. Put that down. We're going to use it later. Take this long brown piece. Put 2 black balls on it. Just like that. And do the same thing for the other. Now put them into the shoulder joint like so. You want them pretty much wherever. The middle works best for me. You'll see why later. Next, we're going to take 2 black pegs, put them on this top spot here. Then take these peg axles, put them on the front, right there. Take these black ball joints, put them there, onto the axles. Put a black peg there. Then these black plates, 2 of them, put them onto that peg. They're going to wiggle for now, but you'll see why they're there later. I'm going to say that a lot for this body. Take this headpiece here and put it on like that. And I think that's it for this top half of the body. We'll set it aside. Alright, now we're going to take this headless body piece here, put 2 blue pegs through here. Doesn't matter where you put them. Now we're going to take these Technic ball joints, put them on those on either side. And then take these axles, put them there and there. Put it down. Take this and put it through there. And you're going to put this through those axles right there. And take this brown axle peg and put it on facing out like that. And we're going to do this step one more time. Take the gray ball joints and put them on these blue axles facing out like that. Flip it around, put a black peg here. Take this 3 long blue peg and put it in like so. You're going to want this 5 long Technic piece and put it up like that. And then take these small pin attachments, put them on the top like so. Then take this stopped axle, put it through there. Take this axle extender, put it facing up. This part's a bit optional, but you'll see what it's for in a minute. Put this ball joint on there. Nice. Put that down. Next up, we're going to be taking these 3 brown Technic pieces and putting these gray peg axles through them. You're going to want to make a pattern that looks like this. Next, we're taking these bendies and attaching them to the axles like so. And then the other halves. And then the spikes. And this is sort of supposed to imitate his sort of welded up chest grill that he had in the movie. Now this is where everything starts to come together. There's a lot of attachment points here. So those 3 axles are going to go through the holes and attach into those black plates that we put on from earlier. And that blue peg is going to attach to that bottom piece there. And it should slip together and be a good, stable connection. I haven't had any issues whatsoever with him falling apart with this sort of design. Make sure everything goes through and holds nice and tight. Like so. Here's a good look at his back to show you where all those attachments go. Next up, it's armoring time now. This is what we got to work with. We're going to take these brown feet, put those peg attachments there, and put these attachments into those. Surprisingly, doesn't wiggle with 1 connector point. And do it again for this foot too. Like that. Set them aside. Bring in the body. And we're going to be taking these small armor pieces from up here, attach them to the black ball joints that we put there earlier. 1 on either side. Then take this chest, put it on there, and make sure those are nice and firm up against it. Now we're going to do these feet. These feet are going to be his shoulders, and they're going to go on that second ball joint on his shoulder axle, like so. So you can have it positioned up or down for a good look from all angles, whatever works. I do usually the back, so they kind of stick up and over the arms just a tiny bit. And then now for here, we're going to take these number 3s, stick them on those gray ball joints like so, and start filling in his belly. Next, we're going to take this Firelord jetpack piece. That's going to be his spinal piece. It doesn't fully attach to the ball joint, so we're going to take this pin and put it through that top hole. It can be kind of hard to get in, but it should go through those axle plates down there. Next up, we're going to take this piece here. You're going to want to make them face upwards towards his chest and put it in like that. And then turn it around and put that other piece in there, and that's going to make his textured grill on his chest. Pretty hard to get together, but once it sticks, it sticks. And then bend those up against the chest to get the look that we're going for. Time for this weird piece that we got down here. That's going to go on his tummy there, and it's going to slide right in. And for the optional transmetal piece, you're going to want to put it there in his chest because it glowed in the movie, so I wanted to include something like that because I thought it'd be a nice detail. But, optional. And there we go. Body is done and looking good. I think it's time for an assembly sequence. To attach Scourge's blade, all you have to do is put the axle into the axle port on his forearm. Like so. And it's a pretty good look. For a longer blade, you can also put it on the lower axle, too. I prefer the top one, though. For the claw, all we have to do is remove his arm and attach the claw where his arm once was. And it ends up looking pretty cool. That's just my opinion, though, I guess. For his gun, all you do is take the armor piece off his arm and attach it to the gun arm, and then attach the gun arm to his arm. Pretty simple. Unlike the others, this one has a few posing limitations. His chest armor moves around, but not too much. Nothing that bad. His shoulders are where the big problem-ish comes from. Because if you try to move the arms, the shoulders will move around with them. And they can very easily snap off if you are not careful. But as long as you are gentle while moving the shoulders, it should be fine. The claw has a good elbow joint. This bends a little bit, not too annoying. These move, not too annoying again. His head can't do a full 360 due to this piece here, but it's the only option. He has a good elbow bend on every arm. He has a good high kick. And a decent knee bend. Not the best, though. And his ankle is very posable. Due to him being big, his transformation is definitely not the best. But I tried to make it similar to Optimus Prime due to that fan theory where it's like, oh, they could be the same character. So I tried to give him the same kind of look. And to do this, you have to remove that trans orange piece. We're going to start with kind of folding in his head and his chest spikes there. You're going to want to push him forward. You're going to push these forward, and then you're going to want to fold down his horns. Next, we flip him around, and then we bring his legs 90 degrees to his back, like so. And then we're going to flip these feet around so they're up on top of his calves. And then we're going to want to fold in the arms, Optimus Prime style. Fold in the hands too. Make sure the head is nice and tucked down like that. And that's the best I could do, unfortunately. Since he's big, I'm limited, unfortunately. We also got a winner for the poll, and look who it is. It's Lockdown, so expect him to come next. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I'll see you in the next one.